Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to do some CP runs and just give you a very brief overview of how this is going to work. So I have my CP city here, and I'm going to load it up with troops, and another player is going to come along and attack my city and gain CP points, CP standing for Conquest Points. So there's a couple of things I need to do beforehand. The first one is I need to train some troops. So at the moment I have, I talked about this before in another video, maybe just check out the Honored Ruler Gear video, which I will put up in the top right hand corner of the screen here, and you'll be able to see what the Honored Ruler Gear benefits are. So basically I have Honored Ruler Gear on my hero, also a set on Helen, a set on Stror, and a set on Dustan. Now the reason I have it on Dustan is just that's who I put it on, but you can put it on any captain. And if you look at them all, you can see silver and food production are high. The reason for that is to try and keep the food in the white as opposed to in the red, so you can train lots of troops. Let me just see, resource gathering. I thought I had a better one on him for this. Production of building resources, silver and food production. Yeah. So basically I have all of them with Honored Ruler Gear. My food production speed is at 10,475,000 per hour. I'm currently only, my army upkeep expenses are 1.1 million, so I've got plenty of space to be able to make loads of troops. So down here I come and go into army, and I go to my Carax. Actually, I might just change one thing on Stror, and that is the gear he had on, because it has bonuses to troop training speed and training queue limit. So it means I can train more at a time. This is obviously beneficial to be able to train a lot of troops in one go. Actually, also, I do have my premium set to Great Marshal. It gives it gives you a boost to army training from your allies, but I'm going to be using speed ups for this because it's a process I want to just fly through. So if I go back in now to army, now I can train a maximum of 4,561 per time. I'm a bit pedantic about numbers, a little bit of OCD, so I like to even it up as much as possible. So 4402, and that will bring me up to an even number. And click help, and click speed up, and I'm just going to fly through this on the speed ups. And now we're at the 13,000. So rather than doing, again, this is just me, many people might just go, yeah, grand, just keep going at that, but I just like to even things up. I like even numbers, what can I say? Shoot me. Okay, so just on the last of it here, I just left that video off while I did some more. Just at one point as regards the anybody who's giving you CP runs for your clan, there is a silver cost involved, so they will pay you silver. Most people will do it at a fairly base rate of 2 million silver per 1 billion CP gained. And the way that would work is, let's say you have 50 clan members going on the CP run, they'll all get conquest points in the billions when you're hitting a lot of Carax. And they will have to pay into a silver bank. So pretty much all clans will have a silver bank somewhere that they'll have all players pay their silver into, and then the opponent will come pick up the silver afterwards, or it can be sent in caravans. But when you're talking in large amounts, usually it's done with an attack on the city. But just to show you something, so apart from the silver that you're going to pay, the reason that you might pay a little bit more or less is every time I build troops, it costs me silver. That's fine. However, every time I train troops, I also have to use speed ups. Now, speed ups come in the game through most gifts and packs, everybody will get speed ups as they go. But obviously, I'm in the thousands here, tens of thousands. You know, I have to use speed ups to make my troops. Otherwise, I'd be here all day trying to get these to, well, I'd be here 36 days to be precise, trying to get these to speed up. In a clan, most clans will hit help, and it will help to speed up. There's somebody just helped me there, so it's gone down now to 35 days and 19 hours. But invariably, I will use these speed ups and just fly through this process. But I am using speed ups. So if you're being asked to pay X amount of silver above and beyond what some others pay, that can be down to just, you know, a fairness. There has to be some give and take in CP runs. I'm going to use speed ups to help and make these troops, and I'm doing this daily for at least 3 clans currently. So I'm going to use a lot of speed ups. So, you know, if I ask for a little bit more silver from each player, then that's the give and take, you know what I mean? There has to be some fairness in the game. Anyway, let me just finish off this last run, this last set, and I will be ready to go. Okay, so I now have trained 112,000 Koraks. And you can see from my food here that my production speed is at 10 million. My army upkeep expenses now are at 8.8 million. So I could train more. The reason I train so many at once is because this is all I'm doing at the minute. I'm just giving CP runs apart from other bits and pieces. So that's the way that works. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my captain and heroes, and I'm going to change them over to the flying units gear. And here I have a selection of gear. Now I'm using this hero Mariones, or Mariones, whatever way he's pronounced. And the reason I'm using him is he gives a boost. I will talk about this. I'm going to do a couple of videos, one on captains and one on heroes, and the benefits and bonuses that they offer different troops and different play styles in the game. But the reason I'm using him is if he has a full set of armor. Now that's a full set of anything. For example, if I go in here, I have him set with a full set of Swift Wayfarer gear. And what Swift Wayfarer gear gives you is a resource gathering speed on the map of an extra amount. Carrying capacity is increased, and march speed is increased. And the reason he has a set of that is when I go to collect the silver from the clan that I do the CP runs with, I need him and the rest of my army to be able to carry as much silver as possible in one attack, so I don't have to do repeated attacks. So with him, with a full set of Swift Wayfarer gear, he gets a bonus gathering speed on the world map. And currently, because of his level and the gear he's wearing, I don't have any gems in it because there's no gem benefits to resource gathering. But basically he's up to 1500% extra for picking up. So it means I can gather a lot of silver in one attack. So in the case of the CP runs, I have a full set. The color or the level of the gear doesn't matter. He just has to have a full set of one type of gear. In this case, he's got the Great Skybreaker gear on, okay? He's got a headband, he's got the jacket, the shoes, etc., etc. So because he has all this gear, he gets an extra bonus to the gear, and it says it here. So increases the stats from a full set of Marione's equipment by 1.5 times when in battle. So he's going to get a massive bonus in both the health and the strength of my units, okay? The orange one is at plus 78%, the strength against flying and mounted, and the gems obviously you want. I'll do another video about this, but just very briefly, because I'm giving CP, what's going to be most important about my units when they're getting attacked is their health in this case, okay? So if you're getting attacked, your units have to have great health. If you're attacking, your units have to have great strength. So all of my armor and gems will be set up for the health benefits. So as the stronger they are, i.e. the healthier they are, sorry, not the stronger they are, the healthier they are, the harder they are to kill, and the more conquest points the attacker will get from me. So that's just a quick one on his gear. So I need to swap out my other captains here. I use 80 because she gives a major bonus on guardsmen's health. Again, health important in this. I need to change this artifact actually. If we got this on, yeah, that's what I want. This artifact, extremely important, especially as I have it at level 40. You can see here the guardsman's health is plus 121%, so that's a big benefit. So I'll swap that over to 80. Now she has that on. The next captain I use is Wu's Etienne. Again, she has a massive bonus straight off the bat with the flying units. Okay, their health, their strength is good, but it doesn't really matter. In this case, it's, again, as I say, it's health we want. She's fully starred and she's 287 level. But if you again have a look at the gear, it's health of guardsmen, health of flying units. And this gem, again, health of flying units, health of flying units. So, you know, it is important to have the health for CP runs. So my full completed flying squad to give my birds the best health is Brunhild. She was the original flying captain in the game before they decided to make another one. It's all just a money spin, but anyway, we won't get into that now. So again, we're looking at her, and she again has health for flying units, health for guardsmen. Guardsmen are the Koraks that I'm going to be using. Let me just check the artifact is the right one on her. Yeah, again, guardsman's health. It's all about health in a CP run in defense. So that's all set up now and ready to go. Now I go back. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to send troops to the CP city. A CP city is one where you're going to have a high level consulate. The higher the consulate, the stronger the reinforcements are that are sent to the city. So what I will do is I will send reinforcements, and first off the bat I just hit deselect all. I have the 4 captains selected. The dragon I'm going to send because he will also give a health bonus, and then I will scroll down to my Koraks 2. And if I click on that, you can see that their health currently is plus 4,751.5%. Now, when I go to the city, you'll see that will increase slightly, and that's down to the city that I'm sending them to. You'll see that the consulate will give that health bonus and increase. So just remember that 4,751.5%. So I'm going to select 25,000 Koraks because that's how many I'm going to use in this run. No, sorry. This player I'm going to play with, I'm going to use 18,000 Koraks. The reason I know this number is we've already done some runs and we know how many he can kill at a time. So I hit start march and my troops are going to march off. Okay, so I've just put the troops in. My friend has his portal open and he is going to attack me now, and we will see how that works out. He's going to use all ranged units. In this case, he's going to be using G9 ranged, and they are going to one-shot all my Koraks. So he's going to kill them all in one go, and then we will see how the attack report went. And just to show you actually, so my troops and captain and hero are all dead. So if I go in here, you can see they all got killed. They all got killed, and my revival is going to be in silver. When somebody attacks you, you revive in silver. I'm sure all you know that at this stage, but for those who don't, now you're aware. So I sent 18,000 birds. I can revive 3/4 of them. Okay, so I lose a quarter of troops. You'll all lose a quarter of your troops anytime somebody attacks you and kills you fully. So if you get killed totally, you lose a quarter of everything. So if you have 1,000, you end up with 750 coming back. In this case, I had 18,000, so I lose 4,500. And the revival cost is 1.82 million. So whilst the revival cost is low, I have lost a lot of troops. So I click revive and I set up reinforcements and I go again. On the second set, just for anybody who's considering doing CP, I don't have to reselect the troops. It will remember how many I sent on the first run, and as you can see, already 18,000 is selected, and I hit start march. Just speed this up so we can get in there a little quicker. And I'll just let them know we're on to run 2. I'll show you a breakdown of the hit and attacks at the end of the video. In fact, I'll just fly through the rest of this. You don't need to see this attack going on every time. Actually, just to briefly show you the difference, I mean, when I was talking about the the health of the birds. So I'm in the city now. If I click up here at the top where my reinforcements are and click reinforcements, I can see the birds now. So if I click information, you see how the figures jumped, the health figures jumped up to plus 4.838.5% from 4.7, whatever it was. You can look at the start of the video, I can't remember the figure now. So there has been an increase in health, and again, that's down to the city that we're using and the consulate level that gives a reinforcement strength to the defender. Okay, so the runs are over, and let's just have a quick look at the attack report, and you can see what is achievable with a 1v1 CP run. So look, the few bits and pieces that the attacker picked up on the way is neither here nor there. What it's all about is this number here. So 36.5 billion CP is what the player gained by attacking me. In this case, we're currently running a Clash for the Throne, so he was happy to go with having losses each run. The reason he had losses is because he can one-shot a certain amount of my my birds in one go. So even though I sent 18,000, he can kill 18,000, and he gets first hit by using Guan Yu hero. But just to show you what happens in the attack, let me just switch screen for a second. Okay, so this is the attack report. What you can see here, basically, he got the first shot. Having Guan Yu means he always gets the first hit, and that's imperative in doing individual CP run. Clan CP runs not so important, but a 1v1 CP set the attacker must have Guan Yu hero. So he killed 9,116 of my Koraks. What I want to do is show you how many birds he can kill in one go. So basically, this amount of troops that he sent, with the strength that he has, the captains he sent them with, artifacts, gems, etc., etc., he is able to one-shot 9,116 birds. After that, I get an attack back at him, and I killed 85,362 of his. He then attacks me again and kills 7611. I have 1273 left. I get an attack again, and the last one then, with the remaining troops he has, he kills my birds. To do CP correctly, I would only send the amount of birds that he can kill with the maximum amount of troops he can take in one go. So for example, in this case, if he wanted to do this run and one shot and not have me attack his troops in return, I would have to send a maximum of 9,116 Koraks too. That being said, he would then attack with this amount of troops and the captains and the hero he's using, and all of my birds would die in one go at 9,116. Then I would have no attacks back at him, and therefore he wouldn't have lost any troops. But the difference there is the amount of CP, conquest points, that he would have got from that attack. So in this case, because he has lost troops, but he has killed more birds, okay, he is going to get a higher value of CP points. So in this case, for this one attack, he has got 36.5 billion conquest points, and that's just one attack. Every CP run set that we do is a set of 10. So you can multiply that figure by 10. So in other words, for this set of runs, he has got 365 billion conquest points. Now, at his level, that is going to be easily spent. The important thing I would be advising anybody, if you're doing CP runs, is your ranged units, or whatever unit you're using for your attacks. especially for a 1v1 situation. In his case, ranged units, I would strongly suggest that you put every drop of those conquest points in your academy into your ranged units. And what I mean by that is, if I click on my academy here, let me just change screen again, sorry. I'll just delete this space in front. Okay, so we're back up here. So you can see here, I'm in the academy, and if I go into the boost section and I go into army modernization, this is a very, very important section. A lot of people overlook. I see people attacking players and losing against a weaker army, because the Defenders Army mod section has been improved so much. So in this modernization section, you can click and it runs basically on army strength, army health, but then specific units health and strength. So in this case, he was using ranged units to attack me, and I was using flying units to defend. So the sooner you can fill this complete section all the way to the end, you will see a massive benefit to your attacking strength and defending strength, or defending health, more to the point. So his ranged health, I'm all the way to the end on this, so my ranged units would have a massive bonus. Each time you go through one level of this, you get this amount of bonus topped up to your strength, or your unit, your individual unit. So in this case, as I say, it is very important to try and max out the troops that you're going to hit with on a 1 versus 1 CP basis. So his case, ranged units, strength. It's all about strength in this. Go to the next section. Health, not important because he's not defending. Well, in this particular instance, because he lost troops, yes, health would have benefited him. But to one shot, the health isn't important. You do have to obviously go through each section, and you're going to have to bring your previous section to a certain level before it lets you upgrade to the next level. So he'll obviously have to increase his unit strength, and all the way along the list, each time you're increasing your unit strength, each level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, right the way up to level 5. So if he got all the way across to here on his ranged unit strength, they would be much stronger, and they would give, that's the health, sorry. They'd be much stronger, and they would give a major bonus to his attacks. So the last one there for 5, you can see the health is the last one. The ranged units is a little bit before that. But that's the bonus, that's the percentage bonus on this level, on level 5, that it gives you against in any attacks. So that is really important, that army modernization section. You know, don't dismiss that at your peril. It really will help your attacks and your defenses. So back to the final section of the attack here. You can see the way it's broken down. You can see obviously he has killed all my troops in one go, and you can see the CP that he benefits from in this attack. So all in, CP runs 1 versus 1 are definitely beneficial. It does cost silver, so the charge for him for silver, for me today, an undisclosed fee. I won't get into that. But basically, anybody that you want to do 1 versus 1 CP, they'll tell you how much it's going to be in silver, and you will pay that either beforehand or afterwards. I'll do another video about that. I did do a little video regarding silver alts, and a silver alt is the easiest way to pay somebody. I can attack them and get the silver I want. So there you go. That was just a basic rundown on how CP works, and I hope that was helpful and useful for you. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you want to see more content. I'll have more coming soon. I'm gonna do several videos that will be guided towards lower might level players that may not know certain aspects of the game. There's going to be a couple of videos coming up on attacking citadels, why they're important in the game, an easy way to attack them using monsters and certain captains. That'll be coming soon. And yeah, so that's all for today. I hope that video was useful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thanks for subscribing. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Curve, peace out.